Hi kindergartners! Today we are going to be learning a very new weather word, and today we have a very special guest. So today I wanted to start off by saying so proud of all the work that you've done as meteorologists last week with the rain cycle and doing those amazing art projects. I got tons of pictures and I'm really get so excited that you're so excited about science. I love science and I really hope that it becomes something fun for you, but also that your brain is growing while you're doing science. So today we are going to have a special guest, and our special guest is going to be Mr. Elephant. So Mr. Elephant's going to be in a lot of the video today, and he's going to be teaching you about wind today. So hopefully you learn so much with Mr. Elephant about the wind. Learning about the wind with Mr. Elephant. Mr. Elephant wants you to share right now, boys and girls, what are some things you know about the wind? Kindergartners. Mr. Elephant has some responses from some kindergartners that responded about what they know about the wind. 113 says, the wind is cold. El viento es frío. Thank you, 113. Gracias, 113. The students in 109 said, you can fly a kite in the wind. Thank you, 109. The students in 102 said, wind blows stuff around and even blows things away. Thank you, 102, 109, and 113. And thank you to all the wonderful kindergartners. We're going to be learning today about the wind. We're going to start with the sun, though. Remember how we were learning that one of the weather words is sun? And we learned that the sun has rays. And when those rays shine down to the ground, it creates a certain type of temperature. So there is a temperature on the ground, and there's also a temperature that's in the air up here. When both those temperatures mix, they kind of don't agree with each other. They create what is known as wind. And that's how wind is created, by the mixing of two different types of temperature. Hola niños, hoy día vamos a aprender sobre el viento. ¿Recuerdan que estábamos aprendiendo sobre el sol? Y que el sol tiene rayos. Y esos rayos van al pasto. Y cuando esos rayos van al pasto, hay una temperatura que está acá abajo. Y también hay una temperatura que está acá arriba. Cuando las dos temperaturas se mezclan o no se coinciden, convierta el viento. Y de ahí es cómo se construye el viento. Boys and girls, I wanted to remind you that this week you're going to still continue to be meteorologists. Remember, meteorologists are people who study the weather. Now, meteorologists use their senses to study the weather. So remember, meteorologists use their sense of sight to see the weather. They can hear the weather. They can smell the weather. They can touch and feel the weather. And yes, maybe they can even taste the weather. Today, meteorologists, you're going to be learning about all the tools meteorologists use to study the weather and wind. Buenos días, niños. Esta semana van a seguir siendo meteorólogos. Esta semana van a aprender sobre las herramientas que usan los meteorólogos para estudiar el tiempo y el viento. The first tool a meteorologist uses is a thermometer. A thermometer measures how hot or how cold the weather is outside. So, if on the thermometer it is right here from below 0, it is very, very cold. If on the thermometer it is up here, it is very, very hot. It is still cold if it's between 0 to about 30. From 40 to about 60 degrees, it is warm. And for about 80 to 90, it is hot. Una herramienta que estudian los meteorólogos se llama el termómetro. Another tool that scientists use to study the wind is called a wind vane. Wind vanes are really important, and what's cool about the wind vane is that it measures which direction the wind is blowing because the wind moves in many directions. Otra herramienta que pueden usar los meteorólogos para estudiar el viento se llama la veleta del viento. The last tool you're going to learn about is called an anemometer. An anemometer measures how fast the wind is going, the speed of the wind. Is it going really, really fast? The wind, is it strong or is it light? Sometimes you will notice that when you're outside, your hair is blowing in the wind. That's because the wind is very strong. In this case, the anemometer would be rolling really, really fast. El último herramienta de los meteorólogos se llama el anemómetro. Okay, boys and girls, so this week, get ready because you're going to be able to be meteorologists who use special tools to study the wind this week. Prepárense, estudiantes de kinder, porque esta semana van a ser meteorólogos que van a usar diferentes herramientas en casa para aprender sobre el viento. Hi, boys and girls. This week, you're going to be receiving a sheet that looks like this in your packet. It says, show me what you know about a windy day. I want you to tell me 3 things that you learned about a windy day. It could be from the video or from your science experiments. Make sure that you have pictures, labels, and challenge yourself to a sentence. Ms. Cornell has some examples. One thing that I know about a windy day is that the wind blows hair. I learned that the wind blows in many directions, so I drew a picture of a girl and I labeled it blows hair. I also learned about some windy weather tools. So I drew a picture of a wind vane and I said, wind vane moves in many directions. Please complete this and have 3 different things that you learned about a windy day. Have a great week, kindergartners, and we miss you so much. Hola, niños de kinder. Esta semana van a recibir una hoja que se mira así en español. En esta hoja van a dibujar 3 cosas que aprendieron sobre el viento. Asegúrense que sus dibujos tengan palabras. También traten de escribir una oración para explicar sus dibujos. Que tengan una hermosa semana y les extrañamos mucho. Chao.